Hey everyone. So this is my second movie for tonight, and I just watched the movie that I made before, and I was worried about the moment that I forgot what the ETs, what I said. But no, it was a good movie, and I thought I'd make another movie, so I was happy with the last one, and it reminded me, like it's always different, when you're talking. You've got the feeling, but then when you see it on the camera, and I'm still not used to the camera because pardon me, because I do get a bit paranoid whenever I see a camera. I automatically just feel uncomfortable. But it's like a thing when they say that if someone's looking at you, that and it affects you. So it stares at you. So I've got some questions. I'll tell you what they are. All three of them. G-O, G-O, G-G-O, G-O-D. So we've got act like God. And we can do this, and if we bring it together, then what do you think of everyone else thinks of us? They want to see us learn. They want to see us do it ourselves and take control and take charge. Plan. Be accountable. But now you've got a second chance. Like Martin has prayed for it and asked it and had UFOs and had this amazing consciousness like I do right now. Crazy. So the questions that the things I'll be talking about will be how I see Australia in the future. Australia, Britain, US intelligence communities. And then lastly, my part in it. So how I see Australia in the future. Well, I believe that just through what I want to do and what I could get incorporated if I talk to the government to do about the educational system, that we had started off these schools at least in major parts, and to start with around Australia that were everyone that went to the school. So it was a schooling system, but it started from the bottom up. So everyone got used to being around with people, and you didn't need security guards because everyone just, and you captured the spirituality, thing and said, hey, it's not religion, but it's supposed to be peaceful, like what religion is, but is religion and everyone that follows it peaceful? Like, a lot of people died in the Bible. Don't know much more, but I don't know what the Buddhists, how many people died in that. So, and they don't really believe in God, but are supposed to believe in the higher power and through, and that's it. I'm talking about entities, but I'm also talking about energy and everything conjoined, that we're all functioning. And I'll just tell you right now what I believe right now and what I feel compelled to tell you, that if someone likes you and they can see the potential and you try and connect and you ask the right questions and they like you, then they help you. And I'm wanting them to help you as well, but you've got to try it. And the only time I made contact, the first time I really made contact, when I brought it on. Like I didn't realise what I was doing, but I was out the front just talking my consciousness. Well, I suppose I did because I knew that ETs knew our consciousness. So I was just out there thinking about stuff. And so I'm getting sidetracked. So how I see Australia in the future, I believe in the future we'll have 0 point energy. So we will have, that is free energy. That was something like Nikola Tesla worked out, something similar going back in, he was born 160 years ago. And he worked it out in like 1900 or something like that, or late 1800s or something he was working on, and it got taken because they said, hey guys, how are we going to meter this? And they said, we can't meter it, so let's take it. So they did, and he didn't trust patents, and even if he did, it would be taken away from national security and no one would know, and you couldn't even bring anyone to find out anything about it. So no one would know. So how I see Australia in the future, well, I believe that these educational systems that we start from the ground up, that everyone gets used to being around each other, and it can be about spirituality and meditation, and we can also say, hey, do you want to be a part of, make something of your life and to be a part of the whole universe, to have the opportunity to come together, to learn, to discover, to experience, to, just basically, just, and I think it would be great because, and we could go into like C5 and we could, but then the problem is, just let it ride out, guys. Let it ride out. And how funny it is, the TV cracks the thing goes, but that's not me going crazy, but it's like an emphasis. So, I recommend, once you've watched this, to meditate and try and make contact and then watch it again. And yes, how I see Australia in the future. I believe that, we're going to be very smart, and we're going to have this great educational system that we market to big businesses by saying, hey, give us some funding, we'll work on a new business plan that could match yours. And, and I want to be someone of that scene of worth and quality. So my brand name and my image, that I want it to be to the highest caliber. And I've met a really lot of good people in my life, and I just want to do, I want to do like, I don't, if someone started talking about religion and they said, what religion do you follow? And I said, I don't follow religion. And they say, so you're an atheist? And I say, well, I don't believe I think it's the interpretation. So, what people think of God, and I think God created our soul. And fuck, that was loud. Jesus. Sent a whole shiver through me. A wave. Oof. So, I try to make a bit of contact tonight, and I feel it. So I'm trying to make them proud, and I'm wanting to work, and seriously, if we lift our game, we're a part of it, and you're having to buy yourself out of it by how much input, not how much money, but how much input you are to change. And it can even be by doing it on the sneaky and influencing people to be like that, as opposed to trying to tell someone they need to do it. So I see Australia as being off the show. Like, I think we'll bring people together as being multicultural. I think we'll have people that want to live in Australia, and we can work on things, how we can make the people that want to be on the dole. And maybe it is by when we change everything and what's on TV and everything like that, people won't be so depressed and want to be on the dole. For me, the dole I've had to go on in my past because I haven't had a job, and I, wasn't up for it, trying to get a job. I've been spending time on this, and but I've had a job for a while, new job coming on the way, and anyway, Australia, Britain, and US intelligence communities. I want you to know that I'm going to make sure through consciousness that I get better every single time, and I create less anxiety for you, and that you know that with your intel that you should have a good idea of what sort of person I am, and know that I want it to work for everyone, and you can see me as your brother, you can see me as your father, you can see me as anything that you want to, but I'm, this is the opportunity, and I'm the person to communicate it to you and say, hey, I don't want to be cured, so I don't want to be cured. I'd rather say, hey, before you cure me, tell me your problem, and I'll fix it for free. And guess what? I sign a contract that I never tell anyone who you are or anything about it, because I can't, that's it, cut off, don't want to see you again. So, I want you to know that I'm going to try and get the businesses and the other people that you've got no power over to see the light, to be influenced, to change, to make it a lot less stressful for you, so then you have new data to calculate your understanding by, which will be different. And at the end of the day, I'm only saying words, I'm not saying consciousness. So maybe if you meditated and you try to make contact and you ask, say, what does Martin mean? Like, what's his consciousness? You know, if I'm saying that now to the ETs, hey, let it know that if they want to know, then just, you know, ask, you know, and for the ETs to show you. So I know that sometimes things seem like a problem because it's your understanding, but know the effect of it, that, you know, the Scottish person in me didn't want to pay for it, and I don't want to pay for it, and I want to make everyone proud, and I want people, everyone that's met me, to be more interested in wanting to catch up with me, and for once to understand what I was about. So if I made it or something, if I did good, I don't want to be in the limelight. So my part in it, I just am happy. Well, I had something go through my head there. I'll just be straight. I'll be really happy if I can just get a job on my own behalf and have enough money so we can build a new house. And I don't mind working with people. I don't mind being contracted. But before anything happened, you'd have to give me time so I could write up everything so you had an idea of what I was about, and you could either sign off on it and to acknowledge it. You know, and I don't mind things being confidential, and I wouldn't even just say if an opportunity or like arose, and it was beautiful, and yeah, like it depends on how much I love. Yeah, I don't mean to yeah, like I hope no one hates me, and I want to I need to drink something. Too much talking. Now you wrecked the movie, man! Oh god. Yeah, so a bit of philosophy, the new theories of everything, psychology, and the Australian Student Dictionary. So yeah, I should probably leave it at that, and saying I need to get a drink, and know that my role in it is that I can step it up so much that if I was on, say, 100 or 20 grand, 100 to 120 grand, I would actually like try and find the right person to hire someone to be like my personal assistant, and I could train them up. And you know, I want to have my own house really, and you know, like if someone said, hey man, like if this is true and you've bought us out, you know, you've somehow, you know, convinced these EDs that we can, you know, wow, I didn't even realise about them, and you know, that you've asked for the forgiveness, and you know, and then they want to throw me some money, I'm happy for that. I've got to pay tax on them, so I don't know how you're going to do it if they trace it and say where it's from, but I don't want dirty money. I want people that, you know, it would be good. I could start up a schooling system. I said that I was going to pay, you know, my friends, say 150% of what they were getting paid anyway, to come live with me, and we'll just basically work on projects, and that's if I won the lotto. Oh, it'd be so good. I could fix everything. I could have so many personal assistants. It wouldn't always have to be on me. They could people have more enthusiasm. Yeah, so just looking at Buddha, the Chinese would hate it if they saw it. Yeah, I'll show you. The game.